Welcome to Keeping Up with Our Community, a podcast for and about Romeo Community Schools. Each week, we will invite different guests to share insights about some unique aspects of our schools. This podcast is powered by the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. If you're looking to start a podcast for your business or personal use, look no further than MIT TV. Their in-studio podcast experience allows you to record perfect audio and capture amazing video. That's all right here at the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. Contact them now via email for a free consultation and schedule a visit at mit.tvpodcast@gmail.com. That's mitt.tvpodcast@gmail.com. Hello, my name is Marian Brush, and I'm the Communications and Marketing Supervisor for Romeo Community Schools. We are back after a brief summer hiatus, and it is my pleasure to introduce episode 32 of the Keeping Up with Our Community Schools podcast. Joining me for this first episode of the 2024-2025 school year are Romeo High School Student Council officers Brooklynn Meisner and Filip Vignjevik. They will let our listeners know a little bit about what to expect this year at Romeo High School. But first, let me give them a moment to introduce themselves. Let's start with Student Council President Brooklynn.
Hi, so I'm Brooklynn, and I'm in the BEI pathway at Romeo. I'm going into my senior year, and I'm in the finance pathway. So, numbers, all that stuff. That's what I'm looking at right now.
Awesome.
And hi, I'm Filip. I'm also a senior, and I'm the vice president of the student council. I'm in the HHP academy, and my pathway is law. I really like the law, and it's just opened my eyes to a lot of different things in that field.
Great. Well, a little bit later, we might get into some of your future plans as seniors. But for now, how long have you each been with the district? Are you like lifers?
I'm a lifer. I've been here forever.
Me too, since kindergarten.
Since kindergarten. So
Yep.
Where did you both go to school through? What elementary school? Or?
I went to Amanda Moore, and then I went to Romeo Middle, and then they combined in 8th grade.
Yep, I went to Washington Elementary and then Powell, and then they combined in 8th grade.
Got it. So far so good. Your years at the high school. So how long have you been involved in the student council?
I've been involved since 10th grade year. I joined because I was kind of nervous in my 9th grade year, and I ended up joining in 10th grade, and it was a lot of fun. So.
Yep, me too. I joined in the later part of 10th grade, I'd say. In 9th grade, it's kind of set afar with the 9th grade center, and I really just wanted to start getting more involved, so I thought student council was the perfect opportunity for that.
And why did you seek a leadership position this year?
Well, I realized how much I loved it, especially in junior year. I just got so involved junior year, and I never thought I was going to go for a position like this. And as I started becoming more involved in the club, I realized how much I loved it and how much participation there was in it and how much opportunity. It was so fun. So I was like, I'm definitely going to go for something this year for leadership position.
Me too. I was honestly just a little bit of a normal member, and then I began to realize just how important student council was at our school and how much is done through student council and how much of an impact it has, and that just inspired me to run for a position and be a bigger part of student council.
So why is student council important to your school community? Tell us a little bit about some of the highlights or some of the things people can look forward to.
I feel like sometimes people don't realize how much student council does. I mean,
Definitely.
When a lot of people think on to high school, they think about all the fun stuff, like the spirit weeks, and they think about just all the fun, like where the school comes together as a community. And student council, I feel like, is behind a lot of that. They work together to get students together as much as they can. I mean, their biggest thing, I feel like, is participation. So student council, the members get together to create spirit weeks, and then they try to get as much students to participate as they can and try to include everyone. And the pep assemblies, we try to get everyone to be happy and, just so excited. I mean, it's high school, so trying to get all that stuff. I mean, we do charity week, which, that brings the community together. Who doesn't like to help others? I mean, almost everyone does. So the students get really excited about that. And then last year, Rihanna Arkin, the student council president last year, started Kindness Week. So I think we want to keep that going too. Okay. Another way to bring everyone together for that.
Yep. Honestly, in total, student council just really connects our school as a whole, and it brings people together, and it's just a great way to enrich our community.
Yeah.
So fall's a particularly busy time, and homecoming's
so.
early this year. So you guys getting a running start on things? I understand you have your first meeting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we realized, I think it was like, what, late July, Philip?
Yep.
We were like, wow, homecoming is like
Super early
yeah,
this year.
the homecoming week is 2 weeks into school.
Yep.
So we were
September
like,
21st.
That's
is
a lot of
homecoming.
pressure.
Yeah.
yeah, we were like, we got to get the Spirit Week picked out, the shirts and everything for that third week of school, because that's when it starts. So we started working on it over the summer just to try to figure out, so we still want the students to have a say in it, so we posted a poll. We ended up choosing ancient Greece for the homecoming theme, but yeah, homecoming's very, very early this year, September 21st.
So
Friday.
ancient Greece. So
Yes.
togas, like
Yeah.
what's that all?
Just like white, gold, green. There's a lot of I get repeat themes, a lot of stuff that's overused, I'd say, kind of cliche, and we want to pick something new, something a little fresh, but something that's still fun that people would still like. I think it's a great happy medium, and I think it's new. I haven't seen it in my 4 years.
That's awesome. So
Yeah, that's for sure.
great theme. So does every class have their own or is it for everybody? Everybody has
That is for everybody.
Okay.
Every ninth grader to senior, anyone who comes to homecoming, the theme is ancient Greece.
Yep.
Okay.
And then with the floats and different class stuff, we're still working that stuff out. I'm really proud of our officer board this year, as over the summer we've really come together. We've worked really hard. We've met multiple times. We text all the time, and we're trying to get a head start on stuff and make sure that everything is organized so just student council can run smoothly with the little time we have.
With the sorry to interrupt.
No,
with the
go ahead.
homecoming parades, so each class gets a different branch of ancient Greece. So they could get, right now we are thinking to do Greek mythology. We just have to make sure it all gets approved, but I'm pretty sure it's good for now. And each class gets to decorate a different character on their float. So that is a little different, brings the classes together, but it's still overall ancient Greece.
So there's a theme within the
For the homecoming
overall
floats.
theme. I like that.
Yeah.
And mythology, that has a lot of potential.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Great. You mentioned your student council officers, your board. Who else is on there? You want to name some of your peers?
So we have Kendall Shaw. She's secretary. Tatiana Lutzai. She is treasurer. They're both seniors. And then Josephina C. Can you pronounce her last name? Sorry, yeah, Kudichar, is it?
I think so.
I didn't
Sorry,
butcher it.
If we butchered.
Yes, Josephina.
She'll forgive you.
But she's actually a junior.
Okay.
She's the only junior on our board.
Okay.
And she's the publicist, so she controls all our social media stuff like that.
And speaking of which, you have an Instagram page, and so if somebody wants to follow you, it's
Romeo Stuco, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
pretty
They
sure.
can search for that. Great. All right. Well, so what is you may or may not know that Dr. Robinson revealed this year's theme. Last year, the theme for the district was Choose Joy, which I'm sure you saw a lot of Choose Joy T-shirts, which was kind of tough to follow up. But this year, the theme is purpose. And Dr. Robinson's looking at that in the framework of my purpose individually, our purpose collectively as a community, and then their purpose for the adults is the students. So just overall, can you tell us a little bit about the purpose of student council overall, and then maybe share a little bit about your own individual purpose?
Yeah. The purpose of student council, I feel like, is just bringing everyone together.
Yep.
We really
connect the school.
Yeah, connect the school, bring the community together. I mean, we want to create lasting memories, and the best way to do that is by bringing the community together. I mean, if you can ask any seniors right now, they would tell you their favorite memories is when everyone comes together, and at football games, everyone loves football games because the community comes together. So student council kind of tries to really boost that participation in that community to make them come together. Filip can probably add a little on, I feel like.
Yeah, just in general, as we've mentioned before, to connect the school, I think student council's purpose is to make sure that every student can feel seen, can have fun, that every student in our high school has just the ability to have a great high school experience. I know as student council, we try really hard to make sure that our Spirit Week themes are fun, that we have a lot of participation, that our hallways are decorated to the best, that our homecoming is the best, stuff like that, just to make sure that the high school experience is enjoyable and that we can have these memories forever.
Yeah, include everyone in them. Not Spirit Days that only some people are going to like, stuff like that. Try to make it inclusive to everyone.
And it gives students voice. You were sort of the voice for
We're like the student government.
Yeah, the student body. So, I mean, if you have to deal with the administration or talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Do you have specific goals this year? I mean, you mentioned Charity Week. Maybe it's a little too early. You don't know necessarily what organization you're going to sponsor.
We have a few ideas.
Okay.
Yep.
We are just looking to make sure that things go smoothly again, that we're able to raise a lot of money for a really important, great charity, that we're able to bring the community together to rally behind a cause, to just do some more good in our community, and just in general to just do good, I guess.
Yeah. Well, onto your individual purpose. So what do you, outside of student council, do you have interest in outside of school that you want to share?
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot of stuff in school. I feel like I participate in quite a bit in school. I'm in a varsity sport, I'm in golf, a few other leadership positions without the school. And I'm still kind of thinking about what I'm going to do in college for that type of purpose. Thinking about going to education because I feel like I really could impact people's lives that way. And I love to make people laugh and smile. And I don't know, I love to make other people happy and I love to help other people. But I'm also thinking about going into finance because I like math a lot. So I don't know, I just feel like my purpose is to help others. And I don't know, I enjoy my time with other people. I'm very outgoing. So
whatever you do, you want to make sure it involves people.
yes, for sure.
Teaching, you could always teach math and yeah.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah, absolutely. And Philip, you mentioned you're really interested in law.
Yeah, I am. Through my pathway, it's really like opened my eyes to the law. I know definitely after undergrad, I want to try to go to law school to become an attorney. Just in school, I'm involved in honestly kind of every club under the sun. I do a lot, and one of my like favorite extracurriculars is mock trial. And
you guys had a lot of success last year.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We did pretty well in states, and it's so fun. It's just great to work with such a dedicated, ambitious team of people, and it really just heightens my passions and keeps me ambitious and just made me realize my goals and what I actually want to do in the future.
It's amazing. I'll have to bring you back to talk about mock trial later on.
Yeah.
Any shout outs you want to give to any teachers or classes or anything particular?
Wow.
I'm really putting you on the spot here.
Putting me on the spot. There's so many that I love. I have to think right now.
Honestly, a few off the top of my head. I know Miss Gettert. There's so much around the school, whether it be through all the volunteer organizations. I know we both take a lot of inspiration from her and just how
so much.
Yeah, just how much she does good for the community and how like she's ambitious and she cares so much about the students. I know definitely for mock trial, shout out Mr. Rossino.
I figured, yeah. Yeah, well, Mrs. Gettert, for those who don't know, she's the National Honor Society advisor, right? And also for SERV. So she plays an extremely important role.
Yes,
So
tons of volunteering. She pushes so many students to volunteer and join in. I've never heard one bad thing about Miss Gettert ever.
No,
honestly, yes. She's overall perfect person. Love her.
we should probably mention we're on the board of NHS.
Yeah, I was going to say you.
Yeah.
I figured you are.
But yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
those are two great people. So yeah.
I feel like all my teachers are great.
Yeah,
I can't shout out just one. I mean,
no, that's true. We won't put you
staff
on the spot that
and
way.
all the just everyone at our school, the students, all our friends, just in general, our community is what drives us to be ambitious, what drives us to have a purpose. And our purpose is for our community.
Yeah. I totally agree. Honestly, Romeo has the best staff of all time. Like, that's what kind of made me want to be a teacher. All the great teachers I've had, like Miss Crenshaw, Miss Albersberg, like
Miss
Cecil. They're all so great. Like, sorry if I forgot someone and someone's listening to this and gonna get mad at me, but they're all great.
Yeah, no. There's so many people, I think, especially in our grade, who do want to become teachers, and that's just
I think because of the Romeo
credit to we need teachers because there's a shortage. So yeah, we're very lucky to have
Romeo creating all over.
We're lucky to have such great teachers here.
Yeah,
so.
for sure.
And some new ones too. So
yeah, lots of them. I feel like I've seen a lot.
This year too. Yeah.
So off to a good start. One whole half day in. I just met your teachers, went through your schedule, feeling pretty good, ready to
senior year.
Yeah, senior year. It's gonna get rolling. So, it's very early too to even think about your future plans. But you mentioned you've already kind of covered that. So So, anything else? Is there anything you would tell your peers, like why they should get involved in student council?
Oh, that's a great.
Yeah, that is a great question.
I love that.
And I gave you no questions in advance, so this is all on the spot.
Honestly, I would tell my peers, especially younger peers, like people that are going into freshman year or sophomore year, don't be afraid to participate. I promise you, no one's going to look back in 20 years and say, I remember when they participated in that spirit day. That was embarrassing. Like, I promise you, no one cares, and you're going to regret not participating once you get to your junior and senior year. You're going to wish you did it all the years because it's so fun. There's no reason to be ashamed or embarrassed. Majority of people do it. Just don't.
Yeah, I think that sentiment carries into everything. To not be embarrassed to raise your hand in class to ask questions, to not be embarrassed to join a new club, to talk to new people. Just in general, high school is such an experience taken for granted. And there's so many things that us, even as seniors, we do a lot, but there's still stuff that I wish I would have done earlier, stuff I wish I would have joined. There's just, if you don't try it, like,
you will know.
You don't want to leave it as a what if, you know?
Yeah,
you only have
absolutely.
4 years. You don't want to be 10 years down the road and be like, what if I did this? I wish I did this earlier, you know? I'm playing a sport right now that I was going to try out for it in 9th grade and I got scared. And now I'm playing it now and I wish I tried out earlier. So that's what I would say to my peers is to don't be afraid. Just no one cares.
Just try. Just join.
Everyone's in their own little world. You got to join what you want to do. Don't be worried about anyone else.
Follow your heart.
Follow your heart. No regrets. Yeah. Well, anything else you want to share with our listeners? It's covered a lot.
Yeah.
That's great.
I think I'm good.
Well, good luck with the school year, and thank you for taking the time when you on a half day to come in and talk with me.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
so it's
great.
Thank you for sharing what if people can look forward to this year from the Student Council. So coming up next week, we will have some special guests who will share with us the history of Romeo's annual varsity football watchdog game, which will be held on Friday, September 13 at 7 p.m. at Barnabow Stadium. Be sure to mark your calendars now for this not-to-be-missed event. Thank you for joining us, and tune in next week to keep up with Romeo Community Schools. This podcast is powered by the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. If you're looking to start a podcast for your business or personal use, look no further than MIT TV. Their in-studio podcast experience allows you to record perfect audio and capture amazing video. That's all right here at the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. Contact them now via email for a free consultation and schedule a visit at mit.tvpodcast@gmail.com. That's mitt.tvpodcast@gmail.com.